People need use have access to it.
Y'all ready? Yeah, let's call out there, y'all. Get started. Okay. Everybody?
We'll get our meeting started. Appreciate everybody's attendance. This is the public workshop for our new Dune Allen Regional Beach Access. This piece of property we purchased late last year with the idea of turning it into a regional beach access. My name is Brian Kellenberger, I'm the Director of Beach Operations. This is Josh Irvin, he's our beach maintenance manager. Jay Tisa, Executive Director. Joe Petrie, the engineer architect from the Genesis Group, who's our engineering architectural firm. And he'll go over more of the intimate details. But we purchased this as an idea to build a regional beach access. And those are our other beach accesses that have parking, restroom facility. Sometimes we have picnic facilities in them. This one looks like it's not going to lend itself to it. And a ADA accessible boardwalk, dune walkover. We would have other basic amenities like bike racks, rinse showers, and lifeguard. And we typically put some sort of observation deck included with our dune walkover. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Joe.
Good.
You want to go through the different conceptual designs we have.
We actually have 3 different concepts, but they're very similar in terms of the parking design and configuration. The differences are primarily with the restroom side and its orientation and how that works on the site plan. But the overall concept is it's a one-way parking scenario. You come in from the west, you loop around. We created a really nice, generous drop-off area for people that are going to the beach. You have the opportunity to drop off your coolers and whatever you want to do, and then get your parking space. The central axis of this lends itself to having a stormwater component in the middle. That will be planted, vegetated stormwater. We call them bioswales, so that it's not going to look just like an open retention pond. And then, so that lines up with a central step system that goes down to the beach. And also there is a view deck here that's 16 to 30 feet of flat extension area where people can gather and look and sort of get organized before they go to the beach. We also have an accessible dune crossover elevated boardwalk system. This particular plan, there are parking spaces for 25 cars and 2 accessible handicap spaces. The restroom plan you see here is a prior plan we used at Inland Beach, right?
Yes, sir.
And the way that it's oriented right now, this central axis would line up with proposed crossing over 30A, which would connect to the bike trail sidewalk system that's on the north side of 30A. So from there, you would see this really nice visual alley through the open part of that restroom. There would be a bike rack area here for people that wants to sequence and tie up their bikes. And this would have an operable pedestrian crossing system, probably a push button on demand system, so that people could safely monitor traffic and get them slowed down where they go to the beach or go across the roadway. And that's pretty much that plan. There are some little wedge areas here off to the side are also going to be conducive to some of the stormwater management we're going to need. And we have landscape buffers on the sides adjacent to the other properties. This plan is essentially the same as that plan. We're able to get 2 additional parking spaces by rotating the restroom 90 degrees. The only thing that does is we lose the central axis visual through the center of the site and onto the beach because you're looking at the end of the building. But it still lends itself to accessible sidewalks that would flank each side as you go around the loop, and there would be the walk-through is still there. So the restroom would function exactly the same thing, same way. The other plan you see, we can also get 2 additional spaces. This restroom is a prior used restroom that was at Santa Clara. It's a little smaller. It does not have the orientation where there is a walkthrough, so access to it would be on the beach side. And then there's the accesses for the chase that's in the middle there. Chases for mechanical operations are on the ends on this other footprint. But we would still have the same crossing across 30A and an area where people could sequence for their bikes. All of the drop-off and all of the beach access elevated boardwalk operate exactly the same way. That's the south elevation, north elevation of this particular restroom in this plan and in this plan. Question?
That's 27, 29 spaces.
This one has 25 plus 2 manpower. This one has 27 plus 2. So we gain 2 parking spaces by twisting that restroom around just because we're not crowding the wide part next to the red. The reason we're able to keep the 27 spaces in that is just a smaller restroom footprint.
So a few things we're doing on these new regional beach access. As you know, we've purchased some other pieces of property, one down in Sea Road across from Cafe 38. Plan to do a similar design to that. What we've done, we've moved our bathhouse out by the road, so it's accessible by the multi-use path. So the people traveling on that on the bike or foot, have good access to it. Our ADA accessible boardwalk is our standard 6-foot wide design for the boardwalk. And on this one, we have, like I said, we have a 16 by 32 observation platform. If you're familiar with the platform at Blue Mountain Beach, it'll be similar to that. Right at the top of the dune, we have access up the parking lot. If a handicapped person doesn't feel like traversing the ramps, they can park right there. We've also increased the size of the switchback landing, so it's 10 feet wide, so that creates another platform. The person would like to get partway down the dune, closer to the beach, but not all the way to the beach. Another product we recently purchased and we started a pilot program at Wallene is a product called Access Mat. And it is a nylon woven mat you put out on the sand, and it allows regular wheelchair users to be able to traverse across the sand. So we bought this product, and its basic design is a central corridor going down, and then it has what we call wings at 45-degree angles, one in the midsection of the beach and one closer to the rack line. And that allows multiple wheelchair users to go down and have an area that they can kind of set up. It doesn't group everybody in one area. And that all meets FDEP guidelines. We're currently getting the FDEP permit so that we can leave it out during turtle season. It will require some maintenance to be shook out and figure out and all that. So once again, as we designed this, there were some plans floated out during the purchase that showed completely filled out parking. We don't want to do that. We want to be good neighbors. We had some pushback from people on each side. So we created landscape buffers on the side. This area over here, we'll use it for retention. It'll be landscaped as well. Central area will be landscaped to a certain extent. There's a retention pond. But like I said, it won't be just a dirt pit, it'll be grass, swales, we'll put some landscaping in it. There'll be large pads with multiple bike racks. You're familiar with our Southwalk logo brown hoop rack. There'll be plenty of those out here on the roadside of the building. As you know, we have the right of way in that area is really wide. For whatever reason, 38 is offset to the north a little bit, and the right of way is not dead in the center. So this area enjoys a lot of, non-road area between the edge of the road and the actual edge of the right of way. Gives us a lot of room to put in more landscaping, plenty of bike parking. We also have our 38 parking project going on right now. We just let the construction contracts for that. And that is right-of-way parallel parking on the south side of 38. We have some that starts right here and goes to the east. It's about 6 spaces. And it is designed sidewalk. I have put in what we call the door saver strip. If you're familiar with the new parking we're putting in on the north side of 38, just east of the Great Beach Road, next to the state park. Same design. So it gets the car off the side of the road. So this is going in now. We have this construction contract left, and this is our Fort Panic beach access. We're formalizing that area in front of that. Curb and gutter on the north side of the road to keep people from parking over there. We'll put landscaping over there. And we will soon be proposing for approval to connect this parking to this parking here. So this side of, the south side of 38, from Fort Panic, east side of Fort Panic, to this new beach access park, will have right-of-way parking, sidewalk, and then on the north side of 38, adjacent to Stevens, we'll beautify that section as well to keep people from parking between the bike path and the road and a little small grassy strip. It creates a dangerous situation. There's really not enough room to do it. So we've kind of adapted what I call a resort mentality, resort community mentality. If you want to keep people out of the bushes, you have to put some sort of hardscape or landscape where they can't nose their car in. And so when we get done with these projects, which this will take about a year to design, permit, and let the construction contract, and it'll probably take 6 months to build, maybe 7 or 8. And we'll of course do that as it falls in the summer season. But once we get all these done, we'll have that section of 38 built or improved to the standards we'd like to do the rest of 38. That's a lot of work, a lot of money. A lot of approval processes means some right-of-way reclamation. All that's painful. It takes the people of the community that want to see this to come out to BCC meetings, the TDC meetings, and stand up and get to the podium and say, hey, we think this is a good idea, I think it's a appropriate expenditure of TDC funds, and we would like to see it. Is that a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I understand. So all of the parking is going to be on the south side, it's not going to be on the north side?
Correct.
Okay, but then y'all are going to, like,
We'll do
like you say, some hard/landscaping, so people will not be able to park on the north side?
Correct.
Okay, and now, I know there's a plan to improve the bike path here,
Yes, ma'am.
and I couldn't find or didn't really thoroughly look for the videos because I missed the meeting. And is that all explained in the video of that meeting?
Yeah, that section of bike path will be under FY18 budget. Okay, so we're going through the budget approval process right now. So it's currently in there. Under design and permit, I have a section of bike path from 283 to Highway 83. Okay, so it's under design and permit under FY16 dollars. And we'll also have construction funds in FY16 to do that. For FY17, we have a section from 83 to 393. I'm sorry, 393. Draper Lake, Blue Mountain Beach, Draper Lake. And then in FY18, we've asked for funds for this section of bike path from 393 out to the end of 38.
So when are they going to start?
Well, it doesn't design a permit. This section of bike path probably won't get started on until in the, I would say, winter of 2019. It takes a long time to get design permitted, and then, of course, we don't want to do bike path construction between April and 1st of September.
Nowadays, anytime's
Well, it's not quite so bad October to March. And if we can work on it and get, see, the problem is there's no place to put the people when you displace them off the bike path.
They'll all be the road, but can, you say, when do you expect the ribbon cutting on this thing?
So this part here, we'll probably start construction and if everything goes as planned, design and permitting will take about a year. So we'll be letting the contract for construction about this time next year. We'll make a decision if we want to start it during the summer season. There's really no reason we can't because it's vacant property. There's nobody on it. It's not that heavily congested down that end of the beach like it is at, say, Cedar Ridge. So we can start then. If the powers that be decide we want to wait till October or the 1st September, that's what we'll do. 4 or 6 months. So we're looking at, January 2019. If we get a permitted design permit quicker than that, we'll start. But we take, we're building similar to the CCCL, some of it. You understand the new classification of beach mouse domain in Walton County, which requires more review by Fish and Wildlife Service and Fish and Wildlife Commission. This is a Tier 2 beach mouse domain area. All that just takes more. We're also doing a few things different, like you'll notice our restrooms outside of the road. That's going to require variance because it doesn't. Variance from a setback requirement, but we think it's the best place to put it. And since there is such a wide, area between edge of road and edge of right of way, it makes sense. If the road was only 10 feet from the actual white line, was only 10 feet from the edge of the right of way, we wouldn't try to do that. It also helps maximize the U-shaped concept of play. So, those are the basic ideas for this. Once again, we really like the end of the beach bathroom facility. It has that central walkway. I encourage you all to get out and look at it. I think if you look at it, you'll say, hey, that does work good. Gives you a nice serial vision all the way down to the beach.
You know what I like about that too is I ride my bike and let me tell you something, I've been in the sunshine and all of a sudden it pours down rain. If I'm on the bike, I think, oh look, let's just go.
Yeah, you're right. It's a nice low design too, low hip roof, these are louvers, and we've as we come along, we've started to consolidate our design for our different facilities. Our new Pilcher Park used elements off of this on its bathhouse. They're not air conditioned, so the louvers work well. They're sort of minimalist in design, but it fits. We've got our standardized colors now, which they're fairly unobtrusive. The blue sticks out a little bit, but the rest of it's white and that light gray color. So it gives a little bit of opportunity to promote brand color, but not just glare it out on the outside. So. The Santa Clara one works. This one works okay. This one works really good with, responsible design, improvement of the property.
Who makes the decision on which one to go?
Organic commissions will make the final decision, but they usually take our recommendation. So this is our first step, public workshop with our, what I call first pass conceptual design. So from this, whatever input we take, we'll ask you to continue on. And the next time we'll actually take it for the TNC Council in a couple of weeks. They're an advisory board with the DCC. We have a couple other advisory boards, one's called the Destination Improvement Committee. And they're tasked with improving the destination. And so we'll take it before then and gather more input. We'd like to have better attendance at our meetings, but people got other things to do, and it's known in Walton County that we just go to the last BCC meeting where they're, doing an invitation to bid for construction and then voice our opinion. We'd like to stop it, we'd like to get people involved earlier. So, the way it goes, once it gets into the board, BCC approval levels, it'll be 30% design, 60% design, these reviews, and then final design. Now, when we're at 30% design, we're heading in a direction. We're not still conceptually thinking. We've got it figured out the best we think we can. We're just tweaking little small things. At 60%, we're definitely, if there's a change now, it's because Joe has set up. If we renege on that, or said, something's changed drastically, Brian, from, heaven forbid they find chocolate huge.
And we're always trying to have, even at the 30% level, these preliminary meetings with the agencies, whoever's involved in permitting, just to make sure that they're on board early. They understand what our opportunities and constraints may be, so that they can even assess it, they can in the decision process, or give us the latitude to work. So we try and do that early on today to circumvent anything horrible at 90% that's a total surprise that he wants to hit me.
That's how it works.
So you said the next meeting is the TDC presentation in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we have a meeting, what's that meeting, Jeff?
June 6th.
June 6th, it's our regular TDC meeting. We have every other month, first Tuesday of the month. So we'll do the conceptual presentation, and then Joe won't be there. I'll get up, it'll be including the package, we'll talk about it briefly, and explain where we are, what we've done, and then we'll start scheduling the actual design development. I'm sorry, conceptual design go for the BCC after the TDC meeting, and at that point we'll send Joe on his design development event, and we'll notify the public through our typical socials for any subsequent BCC meetings and TDC meetings. The reviews at that point happen at the regular meetings, unless the BCC says, I want you to have another public workshop. Yes, ma'am.
There's still a lawsuit about the TCD, this property.
No, ma'am. The Jason River challenged us, our purchase of it. They weren't successful. We purchased the property, we had free to.
So they can speak.
Any more questions, comments? Anything you'd like to see in the park?
It's like the all good start.
I know.
It's going to be nice.
It's always good to hear.
Like I say, Celeste, as you know, we oppose a lot of stuff we like to do, or we're trying to do. So things that are good, that appeal to you, and please come to these higher level approval meetings. And get up the podium, because I know you, so you know exactly what the podium is. But that's what it takes. It takes people to stand at the podium. And even somebody before you said, I think this is a great idea. I think the TDC has done a wonderful job with, this conceptual design. And I think you ought to move, I recommend you ought to move forward. Get up and say it, be quick and concise, stay on point, try to remove as much emotion from it as you can, and just, we encourage the BCC or the TDC to approve this project. And that way you can offset the people that get up and have selfish reasons for why they don't want to see it happen. It's what I call impure motivations. Though people get up and they'll complain about different things, they'll say, you're going to create too much congestion on the road. It's going to be a parking nightmare with extensions and all that. And the real reason is they just don't want more people on the beach next to them. So, won't have beach access. You got to help us get it, and I mean jump over to it and stand up. go to vote. Appreciate y'all's attendance tonight. If you got any questions, I didn't bring you business cards, but I'm on the website.
There's a sign-in sheet. We appreciate you signing by.
And you can catch me at any of these meetings. Our Destination Improvement Committee meetings are on the first Thursday of the odd month. And our Beach Management Committee meeting, which really deals more with beach-related codes, is on the first Tuesday of the odd months. And those are all advertised on our website. We have a newspaper that goes out periodically. It's called Connections. And if you want to stay informed with all what we're doing and other public meetings going on, get on our website, subscribe to that. It comes to you automatically. And appreciate it.
Which of the TDC committees is now in charge of the bike?
Destination Improvement Committee will be tasked with making, improving what we call public space in between our 16 unit communities. And so those are the ones that we'll be talking about. Anything that we're doing to improve the public space. Our current project that we have is, we have our public space design guideline produced. And so now we're purchasing amenities for our different regional beach accesses that fit within those guidelines. It's a place to bring forth ideas of making this public space better. So that would be all the right of ways and parks and so.
Other than the difference in parking spaces, is there an advantage or disadvantage to having the bathrooms?
The advantage of this one is that it gives good access off the multi-use path. And as you know, the multi-use path is heavily used. And I came up with this concept because I observed people that park their bikes at our different regional beach access bathrooms. So I said, gosh, why would we put close to the road and give them access to it? It also helps eliminate some construction and permitting problems as it gets it north of the CCCL, Coastal Conservation Construction Line. If you're doing anything south of that, it's very hard permitting. So you put all your vertical structure north of that, you save a lot of time, effort, and money. But this one I think works best by the reasons I said before, is it gives good access. It gives a little bit of serial vision. Serial vision, brings yourself, your eyesight into something, and it focuses you, and boom, brings you out into the focal object, which in our case is the Gulf of Mexico. But also, we like this U-shape, one way in, one way out. And then, since we always got to worry about stormwater, it gives a good place for this central stormwater area. And as you know, we have such a great perk right here. But this won't be a very deep pond. In fact, these are probably 1 foot.
3 foot.
These are 3 foot.
Yeah, so it's probably pretty aggressive. Those are 3 foot. Actually, it's maybe 4.
Right. So it would be grass, and it would be somewhat of a green area. I mean, it wouldn't be a pond that's always out raining. I mean, there's a 18-foot bluff there that is all pure white beach, and there's probably some people somewhere, but great program. And so most of the time it would be a grassy area that the kids can play. So it's up to 3. I like that best. This was just to maximize parking. With 2 more spaces, I mean, if we can get our spaces going down 38, then connect those 2 parks on a sidewalk, I think that's a better way to get parking. I mean, people park on the right of way now. We need to formalize it so that it's safe. Because if you notice in the area 38, especially there, down at our Allen Loop, our Lake Causeways access, they park on the side of the road. And they don't reserve side triangles for driveways. They park right on the edge of the driveway or right on the edge of the entrance or exit to the park. And that's where we had some accidents last year. Because you couldn't see. People trying to pull that with their nose out. Well, by formalizing parking, force people to not park in those side triangles. So it's safe. So it also just looks better. you know.
Do you anticipate going back to the west with more parking?
Possibly, but there's driveway cuts and then Highland Road there, so there might not be enough opportunity to get parking spaces in between those. And like I said, there's 2 driveway cuts and then maybe 3, and then Highland Road or Drive. You know, it makes better sense to do a sidewalk. And then in that area, in between Bishop and that might lend itself to some right-of-way parking.
Well, I was going to ask next, how far down, if you did extend it, would you go like the South Bishop there on either side? Because there's people parking there right now on either side. And what they do is, like I said, they drop people off down at the Starbuck walkover, and then they go park up along that way. And so I was just wondering if they would do some formalization of that parking.
North side, we wouldn't do it because of the bike path.
Right.
We beautify that, keep it from parking that little grassy strip. When I say beautify, that's a generic term for hardscape, landscape, keep it out of there. Going to the west of Bishop on the south side of 38, right there at the lake. To be honest with you, I would put in more hardscape landscaping to preserve that vista as you're riding along. And then of course you would have our posted signage on their side of the road right there. You know, and once again, now, this additional right-of-way parking is really conceptual in my mind right now. We've sought no approval from anybody. We're just thinking about it, looking for places that make sense. And of course, grouping it around regional beach accesses where we have large public beach.
We'd like to know what you think.
Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because, what happened there is, somebody get at the podium with BCC meeting, that Brian Kelber said, oh, way down there yet. And then Jay will say, thank you, Brian. Why'd you say that? So anyway, those are just, like I said. But it does make sense to connect Fort Panic to this one.
I love the idea of
The
sidewalk.
room, like I said, we enjoyed a really wide right of way in that area. And those houses there face the Gulf. So it's not like we're affecting people's houses that are facing, third Gulf. We've got to be cognizant of that. So, that's the idea. All in favor, say aye. All right, we appreciate y'all's input. Thanks for coming out. And like I say, come to TDC meetings and the BCC meetings. And
Tell your friends to come to BCC meetings.
very popcorn. Very good thing.
Please, as you leave, if you'll sign in for us to have a record of your attendance, it'd be great.
And if you have questions in the future,
Oh, yeah.
They already raised their rent.
Oh, yeah. That's
I go down
I don't even, they admitted
You see, that's
that.
why.
At some point, I need to.
Actually,
Actually, had a conversation with him. And she and I, both kind of agreed that, she can help us. Disability and obviously her kids. I think if, over time. And I've spoken to the CCCO program.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
We did it.
I always want to stop and
Those guys have all trees.
That's on that corner. This
Once they get on it, they get, this way it's still get on Please don't take So, if we decide to use
It's like, we run down the neighborhood, we're really like, I don't know how to do it, but it's gonna be this big.
So when we first looked at this, neighborhood up there on Island, I like that neighborhood.
Yes, in fact, if I'm like, when a realtor is moving here, right?
that's got his market.
Really,
What was there then?
Thank you so much.
TDC.